Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev. Gurudev, Gurudev, Nitai Gaur, Haripo.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Jai Jai Shri Radha Madhava Bhagwan Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Yes.
Yeah, in between we lost your
Jai Patit Pavan Shripad Maharaj ki Jai. And Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Now my voice is okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatum Jayamudiraye Ashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, Text 41. Kvachid utpulukas tushrim aste samsparsha nivrittaha aspanda pranayananda salilam salilamilitekshanaha salil amilita ikshanaha क्वचित् उत्पुलकः तूष्णीं संस्पर्श निर्वृत्तः अस्पन्दा प्रणयानन्द सलिल आमीलित Ikshanaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Jai, Jai, Jai. Sometimes feeling the touch of the Lord's lotus hands, he became spiritually jubilant and remained silent, his hairs standing on end and tears gliding down from his half-closed eyes because of his love for the Lord. Purport. When a devotee feels separation from the Lord, he becomes eager to see where the Lord is, and sometimes when he feels pangs of separation, tears flow incessantly from his half-closed eyes, as stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtaka. Yogaitam nimishena chakshusha pravrishaitam. The words chakshusha pravrishaitam refers to tears falling incessantly from the devotee's eyes. These symptoms, which appear in pure devotional ecstasy, were visible in the body of Prahlad Maharaj. Jai Prahlad Maharaj ki jai ho. Omagyantimirandasya Gyananjan Salakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Niti Namine Namasad Bhaktamanayaha Manipurud Bhavaya Cha Prabhupala Sadvani Prachara Nirtayate. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Srivasadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I will offer my most humble obeisances to Guru Maharaj, all the Acharya Varga, then everyone present in this audience, especially Maharajis, senior devotees, Vaishnavis. Please accept my most humble obeisances and allow me to speak. So here, the ecstatic symptoms of Srila Prahlad Maharaj Ji, they are being enumerated one by one. The wonderful symptoms which Prahlad Maharaj Ji undergoes through. So undergoes means in the present tense. So whatever experiences Prahlad Maharaj Ji was having when he was a boy, as a child, right? Everything is mentioned here in the translation, that he became spiritually jubilant and remained silent, his hairs. So it seems that when he was a 5 years old boy, he underwent such transformations, and ecstatic transformation. But actually it is true even now. Even now Prahlad Maharaj Ji, while he is residing in Sutta Loka, is experiencing all these symptoms. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj Ji eternally has been feeling these symptoms, because eternally he has been Nitya Mukta. He descends into this material world. So, and he will keep feeling such symptoms eternally. Krishna Graha. Krishna Graha means, so this shloka is there. Let me open that shloka. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Give me 2-3 seconds, please. This should be in 40, huh? I think last shloka. Where is that word gone? Here, I think 7437. नस्त क्रीडानको बालो जड़वत तन मनस्तया कृष्ण ग्रह गृहीतात्मा न वेद जगदी श्रम जगत ईदृशम. From the very beginning of his childhood, Prahlad Maharaj was uninterested in childish playings. Indeed, he gave them up altogether and remained silent and dull, being fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Since his mind was always affected by Krishna consciousness, he could not understand how the world goes on being fully absorbed in the activities of sense gratification. So Krishna Graha means Krishna Graha means his mind was completely captivated by Krishna, right? It is not said that he was attracted to Krishna. Definitely, that is also true. But his mind was completely captivated by Krishna. So where would he go? For example, we find now that an iron piece, it initially gets attracted to magnet, but then when it comes in contact with magnet, then it belongs to magnet. A magnet captures it. Similarly, a young boy initially is attracted to one girl, and due course of time, the girl captivates him completely. And in the Grihastha ashram, even though he might sometime feel like coming out, but it becomes impossible. And then second, other example is initially we may be attracted to some bad habit, but that momentary step, that one initial step of our, picking up the bad habit, and rest assured, then the bad habit will capture it all lifelong, right? Similarly, the bad planets capture Graha. Bad planet captures us. So Krishna Graha means Krishna captivated his mind. In the material realm, a living entity, when he comes in contact with this material nature, the three modes captivate him. This is also mentioned here. See, is this shloka visible from Bhagavad Gita?
Yes,
Sanatan.
Prabhuji.
Sattvam rajasitam iti gunaha prakriti sambhava nibadhananti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. Material nature consists of
No,
three
we are
modes.
able to see only Bhagavatam words.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay, new share. How about now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this is Bhagavad Gita 14.5. Material nature consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. When the living entity comes in contact with material nature, immediately the three modes, immediately they bind him. Immediately he is captivated by the modes forever. And like I give the example now, suppose if I go to jungle and I see a lion in front of me, then what should I do? What should I do? So the answer would be, well, what can you do? Whatever has to be done will be done by the lion. Lion will tussle you, play with you, torture you, and finally kill you. Lion will capture us. Similarly, one misuse of free will, right? The initial free will is, in the real sense, ontologically, it should be used for service of Krishna, because that's what our very constitution is. And instead, if you want to enjoy, if a living entity wants to enjoy and comes in contact with the material nature, turns towards this jungle, immediately he belongs to jungle, because the material jungle will, this material nature will, with the three modes, will bind him, trap him. And then the so-called free will, which actually the living entity employs here is actually a bound will, because the three modes then tossle him here and there, sometimes upper planetary systems, lower planetary system, 8.4 million different bodies, So this bound will is actually on account of our being completely captured by the material nature. So Krishna Graha means that when instead of the modes, when Krishna and things related to Krishna's paraphernalia, whenever Krishna word is there, now we should understand Krishna's paraphernalia. So someone's mic is on. Who is this? Madhu Krishna Prabhu, could you please mute yourself? So, so Krishna Graha, Krishna had captivated the mind of the consciousness of Prahlad Maharaj. So therefore, Prahlad Maharaj did not perform all those materialistic activities which normal living entities we keep doing. He was not interested in childhood activities. We see normally children, they are active, they are in, बचपन खेल के खोया, जवानी नींद भर सोया, बुढ़ापा देख के रोया. This is a song from one old Hindi movie, very nice meaning. बचपन खेल के खोया, जवानी नींद भर सोया, बुढ़ापा देख कर रोया. The normal routine is throughout this human life is that the whole childhood is lost in playful activities, and then in the youth is lost in lethargy, sleeping, enjoying, and the old age is lost in lamenting, regret, right? I think there is a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakurji where he writes Bhuliya Tumharo. There he writes this chronology of various states. This routine, but Prahlad beginning didn't have to go through this routine. From the beginning, he was not interested in childhood activities. In the school, when he would go to school, he would not be interested in political lessons. When he grows up, he was not interested in any, these inimical talks, blasphemy, or backbiting. What do we say? Backbitching, right? Because he's Prahlad Maharaj. He's, even though he was 5 years old, but he's Maharaj. Maharaj means he's senior to all. 5 years old, but senior to everyone. Maharaj. So he's a Nitya Mukta Bhakta Nitya Parshad. He's such a senior that Prabhupada ji wrote a book, Teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. It's a very nice book, Teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. They are very important teachings. Prahlad Maharaj के teachings बहुत important है हम लोगों के लिए. जैसे प्रहलाद महाराज का एक टीचिंग है, when he's expressing his heart to Bhagwan Narsingh Dev, who was giving him darshan. So Prahlad Maharaj said that how can I give up the service to my Guru Maharaj, Narad Muni? Which means more important than Krishna darshan is Krishna seva. right? Constitutionally, Jiva is more connected to Krishna Seva than Krishna Darshan. And what is the deity form of Krishna Seva? Personification of Krishna Seva? Guru Tattva, Guru Maharaj. So when one is attracted to Guru Maharaji, when one serves Guru Maharaj, then Guru Maharaji becomes compassionate. When the compassion is evoked thus in Guru Maharaj, then mercy flows. Along with this mercy, the Krishna Prem occupies our heart. It also flows and occupies our heart. When the heart is laden with Krishna Bhakti, then Krishna also occupies our heart. And then Krishna captures our heart, Krishna Graha. This is a science, dear devotees, that like how when a cow is brought to home, then the cow is rendered, seva is rendered to the cow, right? It's given the choicest fodder, and all this care is taken. Then cow is milked. So milk comes. From that milk, in that milk only, ghee is there. Ghee means the essence, condensed milk of. You can say the ghee is the essence of milk. So similarly, गुरु भक्ति में ही कृष्ण भक्ति सम्मिलित है. तो ये प्रहलाद महाराज जी की शिक्षाएं बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो प्रहलाद महाराज जी के जो इमोशंस, प्रहलाद महाराज इज गोइंग थ्रू सो नंबर ऑफ इमोशंस, राइट? So he would become frantic on the thoughts of not seeing the Lord. So his hairs would stand on end. Where shall I go? Where will I see the Lord? And then, because of this grief of separation from Lord, he would close his eyes. Suddenly the Lord would make his appearance in his heart. So then not only he will make his appearance, he will also touch him with his hands. Then Prahlad Maharaj would become blissful and his hairs would stand on end. So in this way, Lord, he would appear and disappear, appears and disappears. It is very common routine of Lord. He appears, disappears, appears, disappears. Even in the case of gopis, he would disappear often. That is only to cause a tremendous rise in their already existing pure love. When the Lord disappears, then there is such a turbulent increase in the ocean of love. So then to taste even more of this matured pure love, Lord would appear again. And then the devotee would become blissful and hairs would stand on end. And he would become motionless, aspanda, right? He would become motionless. The devotee becomes motionless. Sanatan Prabhu, just give me 1 minute, okay? I'm coming. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So Aspanda means the devotee would become motionless. Like we understand when Lord would play his flute, then everything and everyone and everything in that scene would become motionless. The animals, they would become motionless, and the rivers also will stop. It will look like everything everything is a statue. Ispanda means when the prana, the prana becomes stagnant completely, in ecstatic stagnance, and it would become like only the Lord was moving and everything was in a complete quiet statue position. Everything was stopped moving. So this motionless or speechless devotees exhibit. Our Srila Prabhupada ji also would become speechless at times in the class. Some devotees have given the account that how in the class Srila Prabhupada ji would sometimes out of a sudden he would become speechless for 10-15 minutes. He's speaking, suddenly he's not speaking for 10-15 minutes. And then he would start speaking. So these ecstatic symptoms which devotees go through, Srila Prabhupada ji should give us a proof of the existence of Lord. Right? Devotees are the living proof of the existence of not only existence of Lord, but the existence of a personal Lord, and not only personal Lord, but the Lord with great ecstatic sentiments. One should have a faith on Srila Prabhupada ji. If someone is not having faith on Srila Prabhupada ji, उसके बारे में क्या कहना, लेकिन as devotees, we have faith on Srila Prabhupada ji, we should have faith. So when we remind ourselves of these, or when we remember about these ecstatic symptoms of Srila Prabhupada ji, or Sripad Maharaj ji, or other devotees, then that should immediately give us a proof, number of proofs that yes, Lord is there, Krishna is there, Krishna is full of all ecstatic rasa, Krishna is there, Krishna is a truth, so Bhagavatam must also be truth. Bhagavatam is truth, so Vedic cosmology also must be true. There should be Jambudvip, there should be all these planets and all this, whatever is mentioned, it should be true. So just by applying this logic, one finds his firm faith in the scripture. So devotees with their simple disposition can prove us so many things. They increase our faith in scriptures, in Krishna, and this process of devotional service. So Krishna Graha means Krishna had captured his mind, Prahlad Maharaj's consciousness, and Prahlad Maharaj was experiencing so many ecstatic symptoms, trillions of ecstatic symptoms, it is written. हमारे इस material world में ये 8.4 million जो species हम कहते हैं ना, these are also 8.4 different emotions, different bhav, 8.4 million different bhav, which are on account of the combination permutation of the three modes. Right, the three modes, sometimes sattva is high, raja is this proportion, tama is in this proportion, different proportions, they give rise to this 8.4 million species, 8.4 million bhav sometimes. dog bhav, sometimes this bhav or that bhav. Swabhav. This swabhav is actually, I have already told in one class, so I don't want to go there. So in the spiritual world, the devotees, Nitya Parshad, they are experiencing trillions of bhavas because there are some fundamental ecstatic symptoms like spandan and some rasa are there. And then you have all this combination like 10% of spandan and 20% of tears, or shall I say motion. And this, if you combine all these things, then there are trillions and trillions of bhav in spiritual world. So in front of those trillions of bhav and trillions of ecstatic opportunities, this material happiness is completely tuch. It's negligible. It is does not find its place. But it is such a great surprise that we are so hell bent on this material temporary happiness. This is a tragedy. And why won't it be? Because we are right now Maya Graha. Maya has captured us. So Maya Graha means Maya will make us think definitely. Maya Prita Jnana. Maya will make us think that this is a real happiness. This material happiness is a real happiness. And there is no happiness in bhakti. But when Prahlad Maharaj Ji is Krishna Graha, he's saying when his teachings, he would say a number of things. There is one devotee, and I'm not remembering his name. Someone told a devotee, I think a devotee from old times in South India, someone told him that I don't feel like chanting the name of God. That devotee replied, I don't feel like giving up the name of Lord. No. So our situation is actually very precarious. Precarious because we feel that we are in safe heaven. That is a problem. We don't realize that we are in a great whirlpool. We are in a great miserable world.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Don't have any idea of the tremendous. Ah, Prabhu.
Lost your voice.
Yeah, his internet is unstable. How much did you lose?
30 to 40 seconds.
Acha.
I'm hearing okay, Prabhuji.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maharaji.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, problem.
so yeah, very precarious situation. So therefore, a momentary association with pure devotees is therefore very precious, because in that momentary association, the fortunate living entities would get a glimpse of the spiritual dynamics, transcendental, ecstatic, beautiful, blissful dynamics. And that one glimpse is enough to capture the hearts of fortunate souls. And when one is thus attracted to the lotus feet of devotees and Guru Maharaj, then Krishna Graha, then Krishna would captivate him, capture him throughout. And then when Krishna captures us, then we lose all the interest in this material jhanjat, in this material existence. So it's very simple actually. It's very simple. The formula is very simple, but this simple thing is only the most hardest thing. Hardest thing means the most kind of difficult thing. And that simple thing is our sincerity, 100% sincerity to Guru Maharaj. This 100% sincerity is our prayojan actually. It's not just abhideya. It is our goal. Daily we should work on how to increase our sincerity to lotus feet of our Guru Maharaj. And when it reaches to 100%, then we should make it more condensed. Then it will become greed. Right now it feels like need, but then when it becomes greed, then Krishna occupies our heart, because Krishna is always looking for such greedy hearts to capture. So our Prahlad Maharaj is undergoing so many beautiful emotions, right? And then would Lord would make his appearance, then Prahlad Maharaj would speak out his various emotions. And to Hiranyakashipu also Prahlad Maharaj would speak something. Then to his classmates also Prahlad Maharaj would speak something. So all these teachings are very, very important. Not a single word is to be spared. We should understand each and every word by mouth of Nitya Bhagavat, Mahabhagavat, Srila Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Let's stop here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for this nice and wonderful and time class. Yeah. If anyone is having any question regarding today's class, they can raise the hand and ask His Grace Srikanth Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. You said that all the activities or dealings of Prahlad Maharaj are not regular. In one sense, we can say it as not normal or abnormal. So, if a person is abnormal, then how the society will accept under current situations or current circumstances? Because at that time it was okay. I don't know how they have received, but now if a person is abnormal, I mean, if those feelings or then how the society will take him.
I think that must be asked to the society. Anyways, that's why these pure devotees, they suppress their emotions. Yeah, they, even though the emotion fervor and ecstatic symptoms, they are pushing from within the heart, but they suppress. They don't want to reveal their precious emotions, because people in general won't be able to understand them. I remember there is a story of our Param Pujya Kaur Kishore Das Babaji. I think tomorrow is his appearance or disappearance. Something is there, I think, tomorrow. So once one businessman came, and he was a devotee, but he was exhibiting his ecstatic symptoms, too much of it actually. He was rolling on ground, tears were flowing in his eyes, and all the ecstatic symptoms he was showing. So the devotees of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, they were marveling on his Krishna Prem. So Gaur Kishore Das Babaji said, and he's not Krishna Prem, he's a Pakhandi. The devotees were taken aback. How can So Gaurkishore Das Babaji said, yeah, a true Krishna Bhakt, he would never exhibit, expose his emotional fervor to the public like this. So therefore, devotees, it is said in Uttam Bhakta, sometimes he comes to the level of Madhyam Bhakta voluntarily. Voluntarily, he comes to the level of Madhyam Bhakta, and so that he can preach, because preaching में ऐसा सब कुछ करना पड़ता है. कनिष्ठ भक्त को माध्यम भक्त बनने की भूल नहीं करनी चाहिए. He should not think that I must promote myself to the level of Madhyam Bhakta and initiate, even though I may be in Grihastha ashram. So, but these pure devotees, Uttam Bhakta, they make sure that for the preaching purpose, they conceal their heart. They know the art of preaching, and they know the importance of preaching, so they conceal their heart, and in this way they are preaching. Is it okay, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna. Hare. Yeah.
More can be answered added by our Maharaji.
I think it is okay, but the other part of the question is
I'm not able to understand you, because I think you need to come closer to your mic.
yeah, Prabhuji. It was okay, but the other part of the question is, if we are normal, then people don't even listen to us. Then how to do that?
We are normal.
Then people won't listen. He is like us only. So why we should listen to him? Even that condition also arises, right? So how to balance this?
Not sure if I understood your question. If someone could reiterate his question, please. If someone could.
He's saying if you are normal, then people don't listen to you.
If we are normal, then people don't listen to us.
Something like that.
Earlier he was saying if you are not abnormal, then people don't listen.
Yeah, both are there, Bhauti. I mean, if we are normal, then people think that we are among us. So we are equal to all of them. So then why we only need to listen to him?
There will be certainly some people who will listen. Nah? Don't expect everyone to listen to us.
Okay.
That's why when Vyasadevaji is apprehensive about this Bhagavatam, there is some heart-to-heart conversation also happening between Vyasadevaji and Narad Muniji. So Vyasadevaji was asking from heart only that, but in this Kali Yuga, who would read my Bhagavatam? Then Narad Muni said, there will be certainly some people who will read your Bhagavatam. Write for them. So we should not be bothered by who will listen to us or will not listen. There will certainly be some people, one person. Therefore, His Holiness Brajan Kumar Maharaji says that even one person, if he understands the importance of Bhaktivedanta Institute's movement, the importance of the synthesis of science and spirituality, that is enough for us. We are not looking for crowd. It's really very striking and alarming that many devotees, they decry science, and they in fact decry Bhaktivedanta Institute also. So, but we are not interested in such mass. We are interested in class who will listen to us, right? Hare Krishna. Further can be added by our Maharajis. And
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji. Yeah. Shyam Krishna Prabhuji is having a question. It seems. Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Srikanth Prabhu,
Dandvat Pranam.
Prabhu Danvat, Jai Srila Sripad.
Jai.
My question is, Prabhu, in the purport, it said that when a devotee feels separation from the Lord, he becomes eager to see where the Lord is, and sometimes he feels pangs of separation. So the first line means devotees feel separation from, means he's eager to see the Lord. So this eager to see the Lord, how do we consider? Because as we read the scriptures, that devotee, pure devotee, they are always, they are never separate from the Lord. In everything, in all the living entities, in every object, everywhere, they feel the appearance, feel the presence of Lord. And also, like Prabhupada also said, as a pure devotee, that I never felt separation from my Gurudev, because I'm all, yeah, that is, he's saying that I'm always meditating how to fulfill his instructions. So I never feel separated. So how would you explain that, whether the devotee, he becomes eager to see where the Lord is, means he wants to see the transcendental form of the Lord physically, or how is he want to, how is he eager to see where the Lord is and he feels separation from the Lord? Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful question. I'll make an attempt. Shall I? So
Yes.
that's why this word Krishna Graha is very important. Krishna was playing with that heart of devotee. Krishna captivated, Krishna was playing, Krishna was juggling. Like a juggler juggles, na? Krishna was juggling the heart of Prahlad Maharaj. Sometimes Krishna would appear, sometimes he would disappear. And he would again appear, again disappear. So Prahlad Maharaj would feel the separation. Krishna is there or Krishna not there in the manifested form, but the Krishna consciousness is always there. Beautiful eagerness that is always there. Even when Krishna is there, devotees feel the pangs of separation, even though Krishna may be there. Simultaneously, this sanyog and vyog, they're simultaneously existing. For example, we understand this Krishna Chakravarti Thakurji is saying that when Krishna killed Kamsa, then everyone expanded into two forms: Krishna, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maiya, the whole Vraja, everyone in Vraja. The one realm of Vraja was in separation. The other realm was in association. Lord actually never went away from Vraja, Vrindavan. Simultaneously, they are experiencing separation and what do you call association with the Lord.
Yes.
So
You lost your voice, bro.
surprising. Then Krishna would.
We lost your
No.
voice for, we lost your voice for maybe 25 seconds, I think.
Yeah. So this the pangs of separation are there, even though Lord may be there in front of his devotees. So devotee heart is this ecstatic symptoms whichever are there in the spiritual world are very difficult for us to understand. But we must understand that Lord is always in the heart of his devotees. Devotee is always, Krishna is always in the sight of his devotees. He would make his appearance and he would disappear. Irrespective of that, the love in the heart of a pure devotee is eternally there. That does not disappear. In fact, it grows and grows and grows exponentially, million times, trillion times every moment. Krishna does this disappearance act so that his disappearance acts causes this accentuation of love in the heart of devotees million times, and when it increases like, then Krishna comes back, appears, and he's already tasting, but then with his appearance now next sequence of emotions go in the heart of devotee. That is Krishna Graha. I think our Maharaji may speak more on this line. This is very high topic. I cannot speak more on that, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. You explained very precisely, means proper, as per the scriptures what I read before, but for now I recollect it. Thank you very much for such a beautiful answer.
Thank you. I was reading this Siddhant Darshan by Baldev Vidyabhushan ji, saying that Krishna is both omnipresent as well as localized. As Paramatma is present everywhere, but as Bhagwan, he is not present everywhere actually. And as Raswan, he is definitely in the heart of only his devotees. There also he makes his appearance and disappearance acts. So this is Achinta Veda Ved. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Raji. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else is having any question? If so, please. Yes, Prabhuji, there are no further questions. Yeah, Govind Maharaji, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaji, Dandot Pranam. Please accept
Hare
my
Krishna.
motion.
Except ours, all goes to Srimad. How are you feeling health-wise?
Health-wise, better.
But not fully recovered yet?
नहीं उसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा महाराज
Yeah, basically, as you said, the consciousness that is really matters. So when one is conscious of Krishna, then this Krishna is variegated. Krishna is full of variegated. So experiencing Krishna in a variegatedness, the separation and Milan, both are just playing their role. Ultimately, it is in the consciousness. Krishna is experienced unlimitedly, especially in separation. He's experienced. Thank you, sir. Sure. Yeah. So in separation, describe that in Milan, Krishna is ekaki. You embrace Krishna as a person. But in separation, the whole world appears Krishnamay. So, once I asked this question regarding that why separation, mood of separation is glorified more than even Milan, meeting Krishna, although nobody aspires for separation. but the glorification is greater than Milan. Everybody aspires for Milan, to have the darshan of the Lord, to be able to serve him in all these things. But why this paradox? So I asked this question to our, Amarendra Prabhu. And so so he said something very beautiful. He said that how can our capacity is only to have like 5 chapati. 5 chapati we can digest. Krishna wants us to experience what it is like to experience like 1,000 chapati, 100 chapatis. Just an analogy. So this separation, because it is ordained by Krishna. Krishna wants us to experience the limit of our experiencing Krishna, and that limit is reached through separation. And that's why this in Braja Bhakti, this separation, this Viraha Leela of Krishna. So simultaneously, as you said, it is called technically, basically, Prakat Leela and Aprakat Leela. So Aprakat Leela, invisible to the people of this world, it continues. But when Prakat Leela, people see Krishna, meet all the associates, Radharani, Gopis, Sakhas, and everybody. And so there is a Krishna's Gamanagam. Krishna goes to Mathura and all these things, separation, all these things. But in Aprakat Leela, they are simultaneously with Krishna. So it's amazing. It's really only inconceivable on our level from this point of view. But we can just marvel the inconceivable pastimes, what Krishna is capable of and what he's able to do. But ultimately, as we study consciousness, Krishna consciousness, within the consciousness, the unlimited variegatedness of experiencing Krishna, either through separation and but it's the pain of separation apparent is never hopeless. That's the difference between separation or obsession or infatuation of this world. It becomes hopeless. But obsession for Krishna, apparently very painful, but within is a very, very amazing feeling. This is how inconceivable we must appreciate in Krishna, and that way Krishna will remain ever intriguing to all of us, and that will make us Krishna conscious incessantly, because intriguing, adbhut, wonderful Krishna. So there is no limit to his wonders, and if we can think of his wonders, how can we be not Krishna conscious? It's not possible, no? Hare Krishna.
Everything is there in Krishna. Krishna is
Yes.
perfect, his disappearance is also perfect. In fact, Krishna also feels separation. We understand that Kardama Muni is Maharaj is Kardama Muni, na, right? Father of Kapil Bhagwan. When Bhagwan gave him the blessings and Bhagwan is departing, Bindu Sarovar. So Bhagwan is feeling the pangs of separation, and there are tears in the eyes of Lord. So ये separation और मिलन, ये तो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड की बहुत ही अनोखी लीला है. इसको मैं तो नहीं समझ सकता हूँ. तो हरे कृष्णा. Thank you so much, Maharaj ji.
It's a paradoxical, even from although everything is within Krishna's reach, but because experiencing Krishna wants to experience the experience of his devotees. So when Krishna notices how much they crave for him, how much they love him, and Krishna wishes to take their position. It's that kind of exchange, because in Krishna the Anandam Buddhi Varjanam, as Mahaprabhu says, and it is not that Krishna is Ananda Swarup, Paramananda Swarup, but that is static. It is ever ecstatic. And that's why Krishna is ever eager to welcome more conditioned souls to become pure devotees, because new fervor of love, he will be able to experience the flavor, the fragrance. Every devotee is unique. Nothing is stereotype. Nothing is like program. When somebody falls in love, then all the imagination one uses to please the beloved. And Krishna is ever eager to receive more and more pure devotees. And that's why Krishna is very smart. He said, although arrangement is there for every human being, every human soul, but he said, Kaschin mam vetti tattvata. Koi mujhe samajhta hai, ya that means what? Although Krishna says only someone, but every one of us can become that someone, that rare. And rarity self-preserve itself. It's and Krishna has established this principle that Kaschin mam vetti tattvata, only someone. But we all can become that someone. It is not that, oh, only someone, so I'm not, I cannot be. Our Krishna consciousness does not give us the liberty to have this pessimistic ideology. Oh, it is, I cannot make it. No. Every one of us can make it. Krishna says, Kaschin mam vetti tattvata. So our focus should be, why don't we strive to become that rare? It is for all of us. We should not remain casual or ordinary, as Guru Maharaj says. Ordinary is a curse. So even if all of us become pure devotees as potential, still it will remain kaschit, because just think of the number of living entities. Even in human beings, in one universe, how many human beings? On our Earth planet, only 700 some crores. But even human beings are uncountable numbers. So in one Brahman, so what Krishna said, Kaschin mam vetti, koi hi mujhe janta hai. This holds even if the whole population becomes Krishna conscious. So the whole idea is, Krishna is very smart. Krishna wants every one of us to really endeavor, put a special effort to become fully Krishna conscious, to really able to appreciate Krishna so much that he can remember him constantly. So that that potential should not be overlooked. It is for all of us to become that rare. Kaschin mam vetti tattvata. We have all the facility and the potential arrangement for us. So that is how the awakening sustains. That yes, every one of us, and as we discussed, that everyone on this path is a gold medal. It is not that if you get a gold medal, somebody is ahead of me, I will be deprived. No, all of us are. For all of us, the gold medal is waiting. Everybody is a billionaire there. So there is no sense of envying somebody or pulling somebody's legs, or because we are all on the same path. And so those who are apparently behind us, we can pull them. Those who are ahead of us, we can just can. So they make our journey very easy. Okay, we simply have to just look up to their steps, and we can reach there. So this attitude has to be developed, and all of us can become that rare. And that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness ultimately. Okay.
Thank Maharaj. Thank you.
Krishna, yeah, shall we conclude for the day?
Yes, we can conclude. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय हो। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। पतित पावन श्रीपाद महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय हो। जय
Srikanth Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you all for
वांछा
joining.
कल्पतरु
See you all in tomorrow's class.
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।
Hare Krishna.